Without further ado, here is the list of all 267 popes from history. The screen will go dark soon. Sleep well. Saint Peter. He was in charge from circa 30 to circa 64. He was born in Bethsaida in Gaulonitis in the Herodian Tetrarchy. Born Shimon, son of Yana, he was a Jewish free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who received the keys of the kingdom of heaven according to Catholic tradition. Saint Linus. His pontificate was from circa 64 to circa 76. Saint Linus was from Volterra in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was the first Roman pope and Roman citizen, born in Italia, the homeland of the ancient Romans, and is possibly mentioned in the New Testament in the second epistle to Timothy. Saint Anacletus. He guided the church from circa 76 until circa 88. He originated from Athene in Achaea in the Roman Empire. The historical records tell us that he was the first Greek pope and a free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was once erroneously split into two different popes named Cletus and Anacletus. Saint Clement I. The faithful were under his leadership from circa 88 to circa 97. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. His legacy includes being a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who issued First Clement, which is said to be the basis of apostolic authority for the clergy. Saint Evaristus. His tenure as pope lasted from circa 97 to circa 105. Saint Evaristus was from Bethlehem in Judea in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Hellenized Jew and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who is said to have divided Rome into parishes, assigning a priest to each. Saint Alexander I. He served as pontiff from circa 105 to circa 115. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who blessed water mixed with salt for the purification of Christian homes from evil. Saint Sixtus I. His papal reign extended from circa 115 to circa 125. Saint Sixtus I was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who decreed that sacred vessels should only be handled by ministers. Saint Telesphorus. He was elected in circa 125 and served until circa 136. He is originated from Terranova da Sabari in Lucania et Bruttii in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Greek hermit and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who instituted the 7-week fast of Lent and the midnight celebration of Christmas. Saint Hyginus. His time as pope spanned from circa 136 to circa 140. Saint Hyginus was from Athene in Achaea in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Greek philosopher and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who established the ranks of clergy and defined their duties. Saint Pius I. The Church was under his guidance from circa 140 to circa 155. He was born in Aquileia in Venetia et Histria in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, whose brother Hermes wrote a widely circulated early Christian text called the Shepherd of Hermes. Saint Anicetus. His pontificate began in circa 155 and concluded in circa 166. Saint Anicetus was from Homs in Syria in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Syrian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who received Saint Polycarp in Rome and established that only bishops could perform confirmations. Saint Soter. He held the papal office from circa 166 to circa 175. He originated from Fondi in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who sent financial aid to suffering churches and forbade women from touching sacred vessels. Saint Eleutherius. His leadership of the faithful lasted from circa 175 until circa 189. He was born in Nicopolis, in Epirus, in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Greek deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who received a letter from King Lucius of Britain requesting conversion to Christianity. Saint Victor I. He was in charge from circa 189 to circa 199. Saint Victor I was from Leptis Magna in Africa Proconsularis in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was the first African pope and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who made Latin the official language of the Church instead of Greek. Saint Zephyrinus. His pontificate was from circa 199 to circa 217. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who faced the challenge of combating the Montanist heresy. Saint Calixtus I. He guided the Church from circa 217 until circa 222. Saint Calixtus I originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a former slave who became a Roman citizen and established the practice of fasting on Saturday and the Ember Days. Saint Urban I. The faithful were under his leadership from circa 222 to circa 230. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who converted many noble families to Christianity during his papacy. Saint Pontian. His tenure as pope lasted from July 21st, 230 to September 28th, 235. Saint Pontian was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was the first pope to abdicate, doing so after being exiled to Sardinia. Saint Antyrus. He served as pontiff from November 21st, 235 to January 3rd, 236. He was born in Petilia Policastro in Lucania et Bruttii in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was a Greek free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who ordered that papal acts should be preserved in the church archives. Saint Fabian. His papal reign extended from January 10th, 236 to January 20th, 250. Saint Fabian was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was chosen pope when a dove landed on his head during the papal election. Saint Cornelius. He was elected on March 6th or 13th, 251, and served until June 253. He is originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who dealt with the difficult question of how to treat Christians who had lapsed during persecution. Saint Lucius I. His time as pope spanned from June 25th, 253 to March 5th, 254. Saint Lucius I was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was exiled to Civitavecchia, but later returned to Rome. Saint Stephen I. The Church was under his guidance from May 12th, 254 to August 2nd, 257. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who declared that baptisms performed by heretics were valid if done in the name of the Trinity. Saint Sixtus II. His pontificate began on August 30th, 257, and concluded on August 6th, 258. Saint Sixtus II was from Athene in Achaea in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Greek philosopher and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was martyred while celebrating Mass in the cemetery of Calixtus. Saint Dionysius. He held the papal office from July 22nd, 259 to December 26th, 268. He originated from Magna Graecia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Greek free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who reorganized the Roman Church after the persecution under Emperor Valerian. Saint Felix I. His leadership of the faithful lasted from January 5th, 269, until December 30th, 274. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who built several churches in Rome and fought against Arianism. Saint Eutychian. He was in charge from January 4th, 275 to December 7th, 283. Saint Eutychian was from Luni in Liguria in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who decreed that martyrs should be buried in silk rather than being cremated. Saint Caius. His pontificate was from December 17th, 283 to April 22nd, 296. He was born in Salona in Dalmatia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Dalmatian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who established the rule that a man must advance through all clerical orders before becoming bishop. Saint Marcellinus. He guided the church from June 30th, 296, until October 25th, 304. Saint Marcellinus originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who allegedly apostatized during the Diocletian persecution, but later repented. Saint Marcellus I. The faithful were under his leadership from May 27th or June 26th, 308 to January 16th, 309. He was born in Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was exiled by Emperor Maxentius for his strict penance policies. Saint Eusebius. His tenure as pope lasted from April 18th, 309 or 310, to August 17th, 309, or October 21st, 310. Saint Eusebius was from Magna Graecia in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Greek physician and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who died in exile on Sicily after disputes over the readmission of lapsed Christians. Saint Miltiades. He served as pontiff from July 2nd, 311 to January 10th, 314. He was born in Africa in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was an African free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who received the Edict of Milan from Constantine, ending the persecution of Christians. Saint Sylvester I. His papal reign extended from January 31st, 314 to December 31st, 335. Saint Sylvester I was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, during whose papacy the First Council of Nicaea was held, and Christianity became the official religion of the empire. Saint Marcus. He was elected on January 18th, 336, and served until October 7th, 336. He is originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who decreed that the Bishop of Ostia should consecrate new popes. Saint Julius I. His time as pope spanned from February 6th, 337, to April 12th, 352. Saint Julius I was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who strongly supported Saint Athanasius against the Arian heresy. Liberius. The Church was under his guidance from May 17th, 352 to September 24th, 366. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was the first pope not to be canonized as a saint, partly due to his temporary compromise with Arianism. Saint Damasus I. His pontificate began on October 1st, 366, and concluded on December 11th, 384. Saint Damasus I was from Idanha of Velha in Lusitania, in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Spanish deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who commissioned Saint Jerome to translate the Bible into Latin, creating the Vulgate. Saint Siricius. He held the papal office from December 15th or 22nd, 384, to November 26th, 399. He originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who issued the first papal decretal and enforced clerical celibacy in the Western Church. Saint Anastasius I. His leadership of the faithful lasted from November 27th, 399, until December 19th, 401. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who condemned the writings of Origen and fought against various heresies. Saint Innocent I. He was in charge from December 22nd, 401 to March 12th, 417. Saint Innocent I was from Albano Laziale in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who claimed universal jurisdiction for the papacy and supported St. John Chrysostom. Saint Zosimus. His pontificate was from March 18th, 417 to December 26th, 418. He was born in Messorata in Creta et Cyrenaica in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Greek free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who initially supported Pelagius, but later condemned Pelagianism after pressure from African bishops. Saint Boniface I. He guided the Church from December 28th or 29th, 418, until September 4th, 422. Saint Boniface I originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who faced a disputed election against the antipope Eulalius. Saint Celestine I. The faithful were under his leadership from September 10th, 422 to July 27th, 432. He was born in Campagna in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being an Italian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who sent St. Patrick to Ireland and condemned both Nestorianism and Pelagianism. Saint Sixtus III. His tenure as pope lasted from July 31st, 432 to August 19th, 440. Saint Sixtus III was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who built the Basilica di Santa Maria Maggiore and reconciled the Eastern and Western churches after the Council of Ephesus. Saint Leo I. He served as pontiff from September 29th, 440 to November 10th, 461. He was born in Tuscany in Italia in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was an Italian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who met Attila the Hun and persuaded him not to attack Rome, earning him the title Leo the Great. Saint Hilarius. His papal reign extended from November 19th, 461 to February 29th, 468. Saint Hilarius was from Sardinia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Sardinian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who fought against the Monophysite heresy and strengthened papal authority. Saint Simplicius. He was elected on March 3rd, 468, and served until March 10th, 483. He is originated from Tivoli in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who witnessed the fall of the Western Roman Empire and worked to maintain church unity. Saint Felix III. His time as pope spanned from March 13th, 483 to March 1st, 492. Saint Felix III was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who excommunicated Patriarch Acacius of Constantinople, beginning the Acacian Schism. Saint Gelasius I. The Church was under his guidance from March 1st, 492, until November 21st, 496. He was born in Africa in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was an African free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who wrote extensively on the doctrine of the two natures of Christ and established the Feast of Candlemas. Anastasius II. His pontificate began on November 24th, 496, and concluded on November 19th, 498. Anastasius II was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who attempted to heal the Acacian Schism, but was considered too conciliatory by many Romans. Saint Symmachus. He held the papal office from November 22nd, 498 to July 19th, 514. He originated from Sardinia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Sardinian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who faced opposition from the antipope Laurentius and established the rule that popes should be judged by no one. Saint Hormisdas. His leadership of the faithful lasted from July 20th, 514, until August 6th, 523. He was born in Frosinone, in Latium et Campania, in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who ended the Acacian Schism and restored communion between East and West. Saint John I. He was in charge from August 13th, 523 to May 18th, 526. Saint John I was from Tuscany in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was an Italian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who was sent by Theodoric the Great to Constantinople and died in prison upon his return. Saint Felix IV. His pontificate was from July 12th, 526 to September 22nd, 530. He was born in Samnium in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who was nominated by Theodoric the Great and fought against semi-Pelagianism. Boniface II. He guided the Church from September 22nd, 530 until October 17th, 532. Boniface II originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire of Gothic descent, who faced opposition from the antipope Dioscorus. John II. The faithful were under his leadership from January 2nd, 533 to May 8th, 535. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was the first pope to change his name upon election, changing from Mercurius to John. Saint Agapetus I. His tenure as pope lasted from May 13th, 535 to April 22nd, 536. Saint Agapetus I was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who traveled to Constantinople to negotiate with Emperor Justinian and deposed the Monophysite patriarch Anthimus. Saint Silverius. He served as pontiff from June 1st or 8th, 536 to November 11th, 537. He was born in Campagna in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was an Italian subdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, son of Pope Hormisdas, who was deposed by Empress Theodora and died in exile. Vigilius. His papal reign extended from March 29th, 537 to June 7th, 555. Vigilius was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was installed by Empress Theodora and struggled with the Three Chapters controversy. Pelagius I. He was elected on April 16th, 556, and served until March 4th, 551. He is originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was papal representative in Constantinople, and faced suspicion over his predecessor's death. John III. His time as pope spanned from July 17th, 561 to July 13th, 574. John III was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who lived in a time of Lombard invasions and built several churches in Rome. Benedict I. The church was under his guidance from June 2nd, 575, until July 30th, 579. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was the first pope to use the name Benedict and faced difficulties due to Lombard invasions. Pelagius II. His pontificate began on November 26th, 579, and concluded on February 7th, 590. Pelagius II was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire of Gothic descent, who was not consecrated by the Bishop of Ostia due to the Lombard siege of Rome. Saint Gregory I. He held the papal office from September 3rd, 590 to March 12th, 604. He originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who became known as Gregory the Great, and is considered one of the 4 great Latin doctors of the Church. Sabinian. His leadership of the faithful lasted from September 13th, 604, until February 22nd, 606. He was born in Blera, in Latium et Campania, in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was papal representative in Constantinople, and faced criticism for selling grain during a famine. Boniface III. He was in charge from February 19th, 607 to November 10th, 607. Boniface III was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who obtained from Emperor Phocas the decree that Rome was the head of all churches. Saint Boniface IV. His pontificate was from August 25th, 608 to May 8th, 615. He was born in Valeria in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who converted the Pantheon into a Christian church dedicated to Saint Mary and the martyrs. Saint Audiobook I. He guided the church from October 19th, 615, until November 8th, 618. Saint Audiobock I originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was the first pope to use lead seals for papal documents. Boniface V. The faithful were under his leadership from December 23rd, 619 to October 25th, 625. He was born in Naples in Campania, in Italia, in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being an Italian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who supported the mission to England and issued decrees on the right of sanctuary. Honorius I. His tenure as pope lasted from October 27th, 625 to October 12th, 638. Honorius I was from Campagna in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was posthumously condemned as a heretic by the Third Council of Constantinople for his letters supporting monothelitism. Severinus. He served as pontiff from May 28th, 640 to August 2nd, 640. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who faced a long delay before his consecration due to disputes with Emperor Heraclius over monothelitism. John IV. His papal reign extended from December 24th, 640 to October 12th, 642. John IV was from Salona in Dalmatia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Dalmatian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who defended Pope Honorius against charges of heresy and sent aid to Dalmatian refugees. Theodore I. He was elected on November 24, 642, and served until May 14, 649. He is originated from Jerusalem in Palestina Prima in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Greek monk and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who condemned monothelitism and deposed Patriarch Paul of Constantinople. Saint Martin I. His time as pope spanned from July 5, 649 to September 16, 655. Saint Martin I was from Todi in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was an Italian deacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who was arrested by Emperor Constans II for opposing monothelitism and died in exile in Crimea. Saint Eugene I. The Church was under his guidance from August 10, 654, until June 2, 657. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was elected while Martin I was still alive in exile and resisted imperial pressure on monothelitism. Saint Vitalian. His pontificate began on July 30, 657, and concluded on January 27, 672. Saint Vitalian was from Segni in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who restored relations with Constantinople and sent Theodore of Tarsus to be Archbishop of Canterbury. Adeodatus II. He held the papal office from April 11, 672 to June 17, 676. He originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who was a monk before his election and oversaw the restoration of churches damaged by the Lombards. Donus. His leadership of the faithful lasted from November 2, 676, until April 11, 678. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who restored several ancient churches and repaired the damage caused by recent floods in Rome. Saint Agatho. He was in charge from June 27, 678 to January 10, 681. Saint Agatho was from Palermo in Sicilia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Sicilian monk and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who convened the Third Council of Constantinople, which condemned monothelitism. Saint Leo II. His pontificate was from August 17, 682 to July 3, 683. He was born in Sicilia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Sicilian free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who confirmed the acts of the Third Council of Constantinople and condemned his predecessor, Honorius I. Saint Benedict II. He guided the Church from June 26, 684, until May 8th, 685. Saint Benedict II originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who obtained from Emperor Constantine IV the privilege that papal elections no longer required imperial confirmation. John V. The faithful were under his leadership from July 23rd, 685 to August 2nd, 686. He was born in Antioch in Syria Prima in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a Syrian archdeacon and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who had served as papal representative in Constantinople. Canon. His tenure as pope lasted from October 21st, 686 to September 21st, 687. Canon was from Sicily in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Sicilian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, whose election was disputed and whose papacy was marked by factional conflicts in Rome. Saint Sergius I. He served as pontiff from December 15th, 687 to September 8th, 701. He was born in Palermo, in Sicilia, in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was a Sicilian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire of Syrian descent, who refused to sign the Quinni Sixth Council decrees and introduced the Agnus Dei into the Mass. John VI. His papal reign extended from October 30th, 701 to January 11th, 705. John VI was from Ephesus in Asia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Greek priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who negotiated with the Lombard king Gisulf and ransomed Roman captives. John VII. He was elected on March 1st, 705, and served until October 18th, 707. He is originated from Rossano in Calabria, in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Greek priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who restored several churches and was the first pope to celebrate Mass in the oratory of the Theotokos. Sicinius. His time as pope spanned from January 15th, 708 to February 4th, 708. Sicinius was from Syria in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Syrian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who was already suffering from gout at the time of his election and died after only 20 days. Constantine. The Church was under his guidance from March 25th, 708, until April 9th, 715. He was born in Syria in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Syrian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire who traveled to Constantinople and was the last pope to visit the Byzantine capital. Saint Gregory II. His pontificate began on May 19th, 715, and concluded on February 11th, 731. Saint Gregory II was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who opposed Byzantine iconoclasm and supported the mission of Saint Boniface to Germany. Saint Gregory III. He held the papal office from March 18th, 731 to November 28th, 741. He originated from Syria in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Syrian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was the last pope to seek confirmation from the Byzantine emperor and continued the fight against iconoclasm. Saint Zachary. His leadership of the faithful lasted from December 10th, 741, until March 22nd, 752. He was born in San Severino March in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Greek priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was the last Greek pope, and negotiated with the Lombards while supporting Pepin, the Short's claim to the Frankish throne. Stephen II. He was in charge from March 22nd, 752, to March 26th, 752. Stephen II was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who died of apoplexy just 4 days after his election, and is sometimes not counted in official papal lists. Stephen III. His pontificate was from March 26th, 752 to April 26th, 757. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire who traveled to France to seek Frankish protection and anointed Pepin the Short as king of the Franks. Saint Paul I. He guided the church from April 29th, 757 until June 28th, 767. Saint Paul I originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, brother of Pope Stephen III, who continued papal alliance with the Frankish kingdom and opposed iconoclasm. Stephen IV. The faithful were under his leadership from August 7th, 768 to January 24th, 772. He was born in Sicilia in the Roman Empire. Church records reveal that he was a Sicilian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was elected after the violent end of the antipope Constantine II and worked to restore papal authority. Adrian I. His papal office extended from February 1st, 772 to December 25th, 795. Adrian I was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who had the longest pontificate of the 8th century, and was a close friend and correspondent of Charlemagne. Saint Leo III. He was in charge from December 26th, 795 to June 12th, 816. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical accounts record that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who crowned Charlemagne as Holy Roman Emperor on Christmas Day in the year 800, establishing a precedent that would last for centuries. Stephen V. His pontificate was from June 22nd, 816 to January 24th, 817. Stephen V was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who reigned for only 7 months and worked to maintain the alliance between the papacy and the Carolingian Empire. Saint Paschal I. He guided the Church from January 25th, 817, until February 11th, 824. He originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was involved in political conflicts, and is remembered for his extensive building projects in Rome, including the restoration of several churches. Eugene II. His leadership of the faithful lasted from February 21st, 824, until August 27th, 827. He was born in Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who established schools throughout the Papal States and worked closely with Emperor Louis the Pious. Valentine. He was elected on August 27th, 827, and served until September 827. Valentine was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who had one of the shortest pontificates in papal history, lasting only about 40 days before his death. Gregory IV. His time as pope spanned from September 827 to January 25th, 844. Gregory IV was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who established All Saints' Day as a universal feast and became involved in the civil wars of the Carolingian Empire. Sergius II. The Church was under his guidance from January 844 until January 27th, 847. He was born in Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who faced the Saracen invasion of Rome in 846 and saw the sacking of St. Peter's Basilica. St. Leo IV. His pontificate began on January 27th, 847, and concluded on July 17th, 855. St. Leo IV was from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who built the Leonine Wall around Vatican Hill to protect St. Peter's Basilica from future Saracen attacks. Benedict III. He held the papal office from July 29th, 855 to April 17th, 858. He originated from Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, whose election was initially disputed by the antipope Anastasius Bibliothecarius, but who ultimately gained recognition and support. Saint Nicholas I. His leadership of the faithful lasted from April 24th, 858, until November 13th, 867. He was born in Roma in Italia, in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who became known as Nicholas the Great, and was the first pope to wear a crown, asserting papal supremacy over temporal rulers. Adrian II. He was in charge from December 14th, 867 to December 14th, 872. Adrian II was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was married with a daughter before entering the clergy, and who crowned Louis II as Holy Roman Emperor. John VIII. His pontificate was from December 14th, 872 to December 15th, 882. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who was allegedly the first pope to be assassinated, poisoned, and then clubbed to death by members of his own entourage. Marinus I. He guided the church from December 16th, 882, until May 15th, 884. Marinus I originated from Galles in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was an Italian bishop and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who had previously served as papal legate to Constantinople, and who restored relations with Photius, the Patriarch of Constantinople. Saint Adrian III. The faithful were under his leadership from May 17th, 884 to September 885. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who died while traveling to attend the Diet of Worms, and was later canonized for his efforts to reform the Church. Stephen VI. His tenure as pope lasted from September 885 to September 14th, 891. Stephen VI was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who worked to strengthen papal authority and fought against the powerful Roman noble families. Formosus. He served as pontiff from October 6th, 891 to April 4th, 896. He was born in Portus in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was an Italian bishop and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who became the center of one of the most bizarre episodes in papal history when his corpse was exhumed and put on trial by his successor, Boniface VI. His papal reign extended from April 11th, 896 to April 26th, 896. Boniface VI was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who had one of the shortest pontificates in history, lasting only 15 days before dying of gout. Stephen VII. He was elected on May 896 and served until August 897. Stephen VII was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who conducted the infamous Cadaver Synod, putting the corpse of Pope Formosus on trial and having it thrown into the Tiber River. Romanus. His time as pope spanned from August 897 to November 897. Romanus was from Galles in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was an Italian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who reversed the decisions of the Cadaver Synod and restored the dignity of Pope Formosus during his brief 4-month pontificate. Theodore II. The Church was under his guidance from December 897 to December 897. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Records show that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who continued the rehabilitation of Pope Formosus, but died after only 20 days in office. John IX. His pontificate began in January 898 and concluded in January 900. John IX was from Tivoli in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who officially rehabilitated Pope Formosus at the Synod of Ravenna and established new rules for papal elections. Benedict IV. He held the papal office from January 900 to July 903. He originated from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who crowned Louis III as Holy Roman Emperor and worked to restore stability to the papacy after the turbulent previous decade. Leo V. His leadership of the faithful lasted from July 903 until September 903. He was born in Ardea in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who was deposed after only 2 months by the antipope Christopher and later imprisoned, marking another chaotic period in papal history. Sergius III. He was in charge from January 29th, 904 to April 14th, 911. Sergius III was from Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Many don't know that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who began the period known as the Saeculum Obscurum, or Rule of the Harlots, when powerful Roman women controlled papal elections. Anastasius III. His pontificate was from April 911 to June 913. He was born in Roma in Italia in the Roman Empire. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman citizen born in the capital of the Roman Empire, who ruled during the darkest period of the medieval papacy, when the papal office was controlled by the Roman nobility. Lando. He guided the church from July 913 until February 914. Lando originated from Sabina in Latium et Campania in the Roman Empire. Few people know that he was an Italian priest and free provincial subject of the Roman Empire, who had one of the shortest pontificates of the 10th century, lasting only about 6 months. John X. The faithful were under his leadership from March 914 to May 928. He was born in Tosignano in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian archbishop who was allegedly the lover of Theodora, the powerful Roman noblewoman who controlled papal elections, and who was eventually imprisoned and murdered by Marozia, Theodora's daughter. Leo VI. His tenure as pope lasted from May 928 to December 928. Leo VI was from Roma in Italia. Church historians note that he was a Roman citizen who served for only about 7 months and was installed by Marozia as part of her control over the papacy during the rule of the Harlots. Stephen VIII. He served as pontiff from December 928 to February 931. He was born in Roma in Italia. Scholars believe that he was a Roman citizen who was also controlled by Marozia and the powerful Roman families, continuing the period of papal subjugation to secular nobility. John XI. His papal reign extended from February 931 to December 935. John XI was from Roma in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he was allegedly the illegitimate son of Pope Sergius III and Marozia, making him one of the most scandalous appointments in papal history, and a symbol of the corruption of the Saeculum Obscurum. Leo VII. He was elected in January 936 and served until July 13, 939. Leo VII was from Roma in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was a Roman citizen who began to restore some dignity to the papal office and was supported by Alberic II, who had overthrown his mother Marozia's control over Rome. Stephen IX. His time as pope spanned from July 14, 939 to October 942. Stephen IX was from Roma in Italia. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen who continued the gradual restoration of papal authority under the protection of Alberic II, though the papacy remained under secular control. Marinus II. The Church was under his guidance from October 30, 942, until May 946. He was born in Roma in Italia. Records show that he was a Roman citizen who ruled during the continued dominance of Alberic II over the Papal States, and worked to maintain church discipline during this difficult period. Agapetus II. His pontificate began in May 10, 946, and concluded on December 955. Agapetus II was from Roma in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman citizen who had one of the longer pontificates of the 10th century and worked to strengthen the Church's position while remaining under the control of Alberic II. John XII. He held the papal office from December 16, 955 to May 14, 964. He originated from Roma in Italia. Church tradition holds that he was the son of Alberic II, who became pope at age 18, and was notorious for his immoral behavior, including allegedly turning the Lateran palace into a brothel and being killed by a jealous husband. Leo VIII. His leadership of the faithful lasted from December 4, 963, until March 1, 965. He was born in Roma in Italia. What makes him remarkable is that he was a Roman layman who was installed as pope by Emperor Otto, the first after the deposition of John XII, though his legitimacy was disputed, and he is sometimes considered an antipope. Benedict V. He was in charge from May 22nd, 964 to June 23rd, 964. Benedict V was from Roma in Italia. Many don't know that he was a Roman cardinal who was elected by the Roman clergy and people, but was quickly deposed by Emperor Otto I and died in exile in Hamburg, earning him the nickname the Grammarian for his learning. John XIII. His pontificate was from October 1st, 965 to September 6th, 972. He was born in Roma in Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman citizen who was installed by Emperor Otto I and crowned Otto II as co-emperor, strengthening the alliance between the papacy and the Holy Roman Empire. Benedict VI. He guided the Church from January 19th, 973, until June 974. Benedict VI originated from Roma in Italia. Few people know that he was a Roman cardinal who was murdered by the Roman noble Crescentius the Elder and the antipope Boniface VII, highlighting the continued violence and instability surrounding the papal office. Benedict VII. The faithful were under his leadership from October 974 to July 10th, 983. He was born in Roma in Italia. His remarkable story includes being a Roman bishop who was installed by Emperor Otto II and worked to restore order to the Papal States while fighting against the powerful Roman noble families. John XIV. His tenure as Pope lasted from December 983 until August 20th, 984. John XIV was from Pavia in Lombardy in Italia. Church historians note that he was an Italian bishop who was installed by Emperor Otto II, but was imprisoned and likely murdered by Boniface VII after Otto's death, demonstrating the papacy's dependence on imperial protection. John XV. He served as pontiff from August 985 to March 996. He was born in Roma in Italia. Scholars believe that he was a Roman citizen who was controlled by the powerful Crescentii family and who conducted the first formal canonization in papal history when he canonized St. Ulrich of Augsburg in 993. Gregory V. His papal reign extended from May 3rd, 996 to February 18th, 999. Gregory V was from Carinthia in the Holy Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a German nobleman and the first German pope, installed by his cousin Emperor Otto III as part of the Ottonian reform movement to restore imperial control over the church. Sylvester II. He was elected on April 2nd, 999, and served until May 12th, 1003. Sylvester II was from Aurillac in Aquitaine in Francia. Ancient sources record that he was a French scholar who became known as the most learned man of his time, allegedly studied in Islamic Spain, and was the first French pope, representing a significant shift in papal politics. John XVII. His time as pope spanned from June 1003 to December 1003. John XVII was from Roma in Italia. Historians tell us that he was a Roman citizen who had one of the shortest pontificates of the 11th century, lasting only about 6 months and leaving little historical record of his achievements. John the 18th. The Church was under his guidance from January 1004 until July 1009. He was born in Roma in Italia. Records show that he was a Roman citizen who ruled during a period of relative stability and was dominated by the powerful patrician John Crescentius, maintaining the pattern of secular control over the papacy. Sergius IV. His pontificate began in July 31st, 1009, and concluded on May 12th, 1012. Sergius IV was from Roma in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Roman bishop known as Bucca Porci, or Pig's Snout, because of his appearance, and who issued the first papal bull calling for a crusade against the Muslims in response to the destruction of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. Benedict VIII. He held the papal office from May 18th, 1012 to April 9th, 1024. He originated from Tusculum in Latium et Campania. Church tradition holds that he was a member of the powerful Tusculani family who crowned Emperor Henry II and worked to reform the church while maintaining his family's political dominance in the region around Rome. John the 19th. His leadership of the faithful lasted from April 19th, 1024 until October 1032. He was born in Tusculum in Latium et Campania. What makes him remarkable is that he was the brother of Benedict VIII and a member of the Tusculani family, who was allegedly a layman when elected pope, receiving all holy orders in one day before his consecration. Benedict IX. He was in charge from October 1032 to September 1044. Then from April 10th, 1045 to May 1st, 1048, and again from November 8th, 1047 to July 17th, 1048. Benedict IX was from Tusculum in Latium et Campania. Many don't know that he was the nephew of his 2 papal predecessors and became pope at approximately age 20, making him one of the youngest popes in history. And he was the only pope to serve 3 separate terms. Sylvester III. His pontificate was from January 20th, 1045 to February 10th, 1045. He was born in Roma in Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman bishop who was installed by the Crescentii family during one of Benedict IX's temporary depositions. But he served for only about 3 weeks and is sometimes considered an antipope. Gregory VI. He guided the church from May 1st, 1045 until December 20th, 1046. Gregory VI originated from Roma in Italia. Few people know that he was a Roman archpriest who allegedly purchased the papal office from Benedict IX, his godson, and was later deposed for simony by Emperor Henry III at the Synod of Sutri. Clement II. The faithful were under his leadership from December 25th, 1046, to October 9th, 1047. He was born in Hornburg in Saxony, in the Holy Roman Empire. His remarkable story includes being a German bishop who was installed by Emperor Henry III as part of the imperial reform of the papacy, and who crowned Henry as Holy Roman Emperor on Christmas Day. Damasus II. His tenure as pope lasted from July 17, 1048 to August 9, 1048. Damasus II was from Bavaria in the Holy Roman Empire. Church historians note that he was a German bishop who served for only 23 days and died under mysterious circumstances, possibly poisoned by supporters of Benedict IX. Saint Leo IX. He served as pontiff from February 12, 1049 to April 19, 1054. He was born in Egisheim in Alsace, in the Holy Roman Empire. Scholars believe that he was a German bishop and reformer who began the Gregorian reform movement, traveled extensively throughout Europe, and was captured by the Normans at the Battle of Civitate. Victor II. His papal reign extended from April 16, 1055 to July 28, 1057. Victor II was from Dalnstein in Bavaria in the Holy Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a German bishop who was the last pope appointed by the Holy Roman Emperor and who worked to maintain the alliance between the papacy and the empire while promoting church reform. Stephen X. He was elected on August 2, 1057, and served until March 29, 1058. Stephen X was from Lorraine in the Holy Roman Empire. Ancient sources record that he was a French monk and cardinal who continued the reform policies of Leo IX and strengthened papal independence from imperial control. Nicholas II. His time as pope spanned from January 24, 1059 to July 27, 1061. Nicholas II was from Burgundy in the Holy Roman Empire. Historians tell us that he was a French bishop who issued the papal bull In Nomine Domini, which established that only cardinals could elect the pope, fundamentally changing papal electoral procedures. Alexander II. The Church was under his guidance from October 1st, 1061, until April 21st, 1073. He was born in Baggio in Lombardy, in Italia. Records show that he was an Italian bishop who supported the Norman conquest of England, blessed William the Conqueror's invasion, and worked to strengthen papal authority over the investiture of bishops. Saint Gregory VII. His pontificate began on April 22nd, 1073, and concluded on May 25th, 1085. Saint Gregory VII was from Savona in Tuscany, in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian monk born Hildebrand, who became one of the most powerful popes in history, initiated the Gregorian reform, and engaged in the famous conflict with Emperor Henry IV over lay investiture. Victor III. He held the papal office from May 24th, 1086 to September 16th, 1087. He originated from Benevento in southern Italia. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian monk and abbot of Monte Cassino who was reluctant to accept the papacy and spent most of his short pontificate outside of Rome due to the occupation by the antipope Clement III. Urban II. His leadership of the faithful lasted from March 12th, 1088, until July 29th, 1099. He was born in Châtelain-sur-Marne in Champagne in France. What makes him remarkable is that he was a French monk and cardinal who preached the First Crusade at the Council of Clermont in 1095, launching the crusading movement with his famous cry, Deus vult, meaning God wills it. Paschal II. He was in charge from August 13th, 1099 to January 21st, 1118. Paschal II was from Bleda in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Many don't know that he was an Italian monk who continued the investiture controversy with Emperor Henry V and was briefly imprisoned by the emperor, ultimately reaching a compromise in the Concordat of Worms. Gelasius II. His pontificate was from January 24th, 1118 to January 28th, 1119. He was born in Gaeta in southern Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian monk and cardinal who was attacked and imprisoned by the Frangipani family on the day of his coronation, and spent most of his pontificate in exile in France. Calixtus II. He guided the Church from February 2nd, 1119, until December 13th, 1124. Calixtus II originated from Burgundy in France. Few people know that he was a French archbishop who was the uncle of Emperor Henry V and who ended the investiture controversy by signing the Concordat of Worms in 1122. Honorius II. The faithful were under his leadership from December 15th, 1124 to February 13th, 1130. He was born in Fiagnano in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who was elected pope in a disputed election and who worked to strengthen papal control over the appointment of bishops and abbots. Innocent II. His tenure as pope lasted from February 14th, 1130 to September 24th, 1143. Innocent II was from Roma in Italia. Church historians note that he was a Roman cardinal who faced the challenge of the antipope Anacletus II and received crucial support from Saint Bernard of Clairvaux and the Second Lateran Council. Celestine II. He served as pontiff from September 26th, 1143 to March 8th, 1144. He was born in Città di Castello in Umbria in Italia. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who had previously been imprisoned by Emperor Henry V and who served for only 5 months before dying, possibly from natural causes. Lucius II. His papal reign extended from March 12th, 1144 to February 15th, 1145. Lucius II was from Bologna in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian cardinal who died while leading an attack against the Roman Senate and people who had established a commune independent of papal authority. Eugene III. He was elected on February 15th, 1145, and served until July 8th, 1153. Eugene III was from Pisa in Tuscany in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian Cistercian monk who was chosen by Saint Bernard of Clairvaux and who preached the unsuccessful Second Crusade alongside his mentor, Anastasius IV. His time as pope spanned from July 12th, 1153, to December 3rd, 1154. Anastasius IV was from Roma in Italia. Historians tell us that he was a Roman cardinal who served for only 17 months and worked to restore good relations with the Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire. Adrian IV. The Church was under his guidance from December 4th, 1154, until September 1st, 1159. He was born in Abbots Langley in Hertfordshire, in England. Records show that he was an English monk who became the only English pope in history and who placed Rome under interdict, crowned Frederick Barbarossa as Holy Roman Emperor, and authorized the English invasion of Ireland. Alexander III. His pontificate began on September 7th, 1159, and concluded on August 30th, 1181. Alexander III was from Siena in Tuscany in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian cardinal and canon lawyer who had one of the longest pontificates of the 12th century, fought against 4 antipopes supported by Frederick Barbarossa, and canonized Thomas Becket. Lucius III. He held the papal office from September 1st, 1181, to September 25th, 1185. He originated from Lucca in Tuscany, in Italia. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian cardinal who spent most of his pontificate in exile from Rome due to conflicts with the Roman commune, and who established the papal inquisition with the decretal ad abolendum. Urban III. His leadership of the faithful lasted from November 25th, 1185, until October 19th, 1187. He was born in Cugino, in Lombardy, in Italia. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian archbishop who continued the conflict with Frederick Barbarossa and never set foot in Rome during his entire pontificate due to the hostility of the Roman people. Gregory VIII. He was in charge from October 21st, 1187 to December 17th, 1187. Gregory VIII was from Benevento in southern Italia. Many don't know that he was an Italian cardinal who served for only 57 days and preached the Third Crusade in response to Saladin's capture of Jerusalem. Clement III. His pontificate was from December 19th, 1187 to March 1191. He was born in Roma in Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was a Roman cardinal who was the first pope in decades to be generally accepted by the Roman people, and who organized the Third Crusade with the kings of England, France, and the Holy Roman Empire. Celestine III. He guided the Church from March 30th, 1191, until January 8th, 1198. Celestine III originated from Roma in Italia. Few people know that he was a Roman cardinal who was 85 years old when elected pope, making him one of the oldest men ever chosen for the office, and who crowned Henry VI as Holy Roman Emperor. Innocent III. The faithful were under his leadership from January 8th, 1198 to July 16th, 1216. He was born in Gavignano in Latium. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who became one of the most powerful popes in history, launched the Fourth Crusade, established the Papal Inquisition, and convened the Fourth Lateran Council. Honorius III. His tenure as pope lasted from July 18th, 1216, to March 18th, 1227. Honorius III was from Roma in Italia. Church historians note that he was a Roman cardinal who crowned Frederick II as Holy Roman Emperor, approved the rules of the Franciscan and Dominican orders, and organized the Fifth Crusade. Gregory IX. He served as pontiff from March 19th, 1227 to August 22nd, 1241. He was born in Anagni in Latium. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who established the Papal Inquisition in its definitive form, canonized St. Francis of Assisi and St. Anthony of Padua, and engaged in bitter conflicts with Frederick II. Celestine IV. His papal reign extended from October 25th, 1241 to November 10th, 1241. Celestine IV was from Milano in Lombardy in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian cardinal who served for only 17 days and died before his coronation, possibly due to the harsh conditions during the conclave held under pressure from Emperor Frederick II. Innocent IV. He was elected on June 25th, 1243, and served until December 7th, 1254. Innocent IV was from Lavagna in Liguria in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal and canon lawyer who fled to Lyon to escape Frederick II, deposed the emperor at the Council of Lyon, and extended the Inquisition's authority. Alexander IV. His time as pope spanned from December 12th, 1254 to May 25th, 1261. Alexander IV was from Gien in Latium. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal who was the nephew of Gregory IX and who founded the University of Rome, canonized St. Clare of Assisi, and faced the growing power of Manfred of Sicily. Urban IV. The Church was under his guidance from August 29th, 1261, until October 2nd, 1264. He was born in Troyes in Champagne in Francia. Records show that he was a French patriarch who was the first French pope since Sylvester II, never visited Rome during his pontificate, and established the feast of Corpus Christi. Clement IV. His pontificate began on February 5th, 1265, and concluded on November 29th, 1268. Clement IV was from St. Gilles du Gard in Languedoc in Francia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a French cardinal who was a widower with 2 daughters before entering the clergy, and who invested Charles of Anjou with the Kingdom of Sicily. Gregory X. He held the papal office from September 1st, 1271 to January 10th, 1276. He originated from Piacenza in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian archdeacon who was elected after a papal vacancy of nearly 3 years, and who convened the Second Council of Lyon, which temporarily reunited the Eastern and Western churches. Innocent V. His leadership of the faithful lasted from January 21st, 1276, until June 22nd, 1276. He was born in Tarentaise in Savoy. What makes him remarkable is that he was a French cardinal and theologian who served for only 5 months and was the first Dominican to become pope, though he died before he could implement any significant reforms. Adrian V. He was in charge from July 11th, 1276, to August 18th, 1276. Adrian V was from Genova in Liguria in Italia. Many don't know that he was an Italian cardinal who was the nephew of Innocent IV and who died after only 38 days without ever being ordained as a priest or consecrated as bishop. John the 21st. His pontificate was from September 8th, 1276 to May 20th, 1277. He was born in Lisboa in Portugal. Historical documents indicate that he was a Portuguese cardinal and physician who was the only Portuguese pope in history and who died when the ceiling of his study collapsed on him while he was working on philosophical treatises. Nicholas III. He guided the church from November 25th, 1277 until August 22nd, 1280. Nicholas III originated from Roma in Italia. Few people know that he was a Roman cardinal from the powerful Orsini family, who was the first pope to make the Vatican his permanent residence, and who was placed by Dante in the Inferno for the sin of simony. Martin IV. The faithful were under his leadership from February 22nd, 1281 to March 28th, 1285. He was born in Montpensier in Auvergne in Francia. His remarkable story includes being a French cardinal who was imposed by Charles of Anjou, excommunicated the Byzantine Emperor Michael VIII, and was known for his love of eels from Lake Bolsena. Honorius IV. His tenure as pope lasted from April 2nd, 1285 to April 3rd, 1287. Honorius IV was from Roma in Italia. Church historians note that he was a Roman cardinal from the Savelli family, who was the grandnephew of Honorius III, and who crowned Charles II of Anjou as King of Sicily. Nicholas IV. He served as pontiff from February 22nd, 1288 to April 4th, 1292. He was born in Liciano in the March. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who was the first Franciscan pope and who organized a crusade to the Holy Land, sent missionaries to Asia, and crowned Charles II of Naples. Saint Celestine V. His papal reign extended from July 5th, 1294 to December 13th, 1294. Saint Celestine V was from Isernia in Malais. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian hermit monk who was 84 years old when elected, founded the Celestine order, and became the first pope to resign voluntarily, earning condemnation from Dante for his great refusal. Boniface VIII. He was elected on December 24th, 1294, and served until October 11th, 1303. Boniface VIII was from Anagni in Latium. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal who made the most extreme claims of papal supremacy in history, proclaimed the first Jubilee year in 1300, and was humiliated by Philip IV of France at Anagni. Benedict XI. His time as pope spanned from October 22nd, 1303 to July 7th, 1304. Benedict XI was from Treviso in Veneto. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal and Dominican friar who tried to reconcile with Philip IV of France, but died after only 8 months, possibly poisoned by French agents. Clement V. The Church was under his guidance from June 5th, 1305, until April 20th, 1314. He was born in Villendraut in Gascony in Francia. Records show that he was a French archbishop who moved the papal court to Avignon, beginning the Avignon papacy, suppressed the Knights Templar, and never set foot in Rome during his entire pontificate. John the 22nd. His pontificate began on August 7th, 1316, and concluded on December 4th, 1334. John the 22nd was from Cahors in Languedoc in Francia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a French cardinal who spent his entire pontificate in Avignon, engaged in theological controversies about the beatific vision, and was accused of heresy by his opponents. Benedict XII. He held the papal office from December 20th, 1334 to April 25th, 1342. He originated from Saverdun in Languedoc in Francia. Church tradition holds that he was a French cardinal and Cistercian monk who tried to return the papacy to Rome, but ultimately remained in Avignon and built the papal palace there. Clement VI. His leadership of the faithful lasted from May 7th, 1342, until December 6th, 1352. He was born in Maumont in Limousin in Francia. What makes him remarkable is that he was a French cardinal who proclaimed the Second Jubilee year, granted indulgences to all who died of the Black Death, and was known for his luxurious lifestyle and patronage of the arts. Innocent VI. He was in charge from December 18th, 1352 to September 12th, 1362. Innocent VI was from Baysac in Limousin in Francia. Many don't know that he was a French cardinal who attempted to reform the papal court, sent Cardinal Albornoz to restore papal authority in Italy, and considered returning the papacy to Rome. Urban V. His pontificate was from September 28th, 1362 to December 19th, 1370. He was born in Grisac in Languedoc in Francia. Historical documents indicate that he was a French cardinal and Benedictine monk who temporarily returned the papacy to Rome in 1367, but returned to Avignon 3 years later due to the dangerous conditions in Italy. Gregory XI. He guided the Church from December 30th, 1370, until March 27th, 1378. Gregory XI originated from Rosiers de Gultens in Limousin in Francia. Few people know that he was a French cardinal who permanently returned the papacy to Rome in 1377, ending the Avignon papacy, but died shortly after, leading to the Western Schism. Urban VI. The faithful were under his leadership from April 8th, 1378 to October 15th, 1389. He was born in Itri in southern Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian archbishop whose harsh reforms and violent temperament caused the cardinals to elect a rival pope, beginning the Western Schism that would divide the Catholic Church for nearly 40 years. Boniface IX. His tenure as pope lasted from November 2nd, 1389 to October 1st, 1404. Boniface IX was from Napoli in southern Italia. Church historians note that he was an Italian cardinal who ruled from Rome during the Western Schism, while rival popes ruled from Avignon, and he restored papal authority in the Papal States through military campaigns. Innocent VII. He served as pontiff from October 17, 1404 to November 6, 1406. He was born in Sulmona in Abruzzo. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who continued the Roman line during the Western Schism and faced rebellions in Rome that forced him to flee the city temporarily. Gregory XII. His papal reign extended from November 30th, 1406 to July 4th, 1415. Gregory XII was from Venezia in Veneto. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian cardinal who resigned at the Council of Constance to help end the Western Schism, making him the second pope in history to voluntarily abdicate. Martin V. He was elected on November 11th, 1417, and served until February 20th, 1431. Martin V was from Genazzano in Latium. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal from the Colonna family who was elected at the Council of Constance, ending the Western Schism, and who worked to restore papal authority and rebuild Rome. Eugene IV. His time as pope spanned from March 3rd, 1431 to February 23rd, 1447. Eugene IV was from Venezia in Veneto. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal who faced the challenge of the Council of Basel, achieved a temporary reunion with the Eastern Orthodox Church at the Council of Florence, and crowned Frederick III as the last Holy Roman Emperor to be crowned in Rome. Nicholas V. The Church was under his guidance from March 6, 1447, until March 24, 1455. He was born in Sarzana in Liguria. Records show that he was an Italian cardinal and humanist who founded the Vatican Library, began the reconstruction of St. Peter's Basilica, and proclaimed the Jubilee year of 1450. Calixtus III. His pontificate began on April 8, 1455, and concluded on August 6, 1458. Calixtus III was from Zadova in Valencia in Aragon. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was a Spanish cardinal who organized crusades against the Ottoman Empire, canonized St. Vincent Ferrer, and was accused of nepotism for advancing his nephews, including the future Pope Alexander VI. Pius II. He held the papal office from August 19, 1458 to August 14, 1464. He originated from Corsignano in Tuscany. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian cardinal and humanist who was born Ennio Silvio Piccolomini, wrote poetry and novels before becoming pope, organized a crusade against the Turks, and died at Ancona while waiting for the crusading fleet. Paul II. His leadership of the faithful lasted from August 30th, 1464, until July 26th, 1471. He was born in Venezia in Veneto. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian cardinal who was known for his love of luxury and pageantry, established the modern carnival in Rome, and was rumored to have died while being sodomized by a page, though this was likely enemy propaganda. Sixtus IV. He was in charge from August 9th, 1471, to August 12th, 1484. Sixtus IV was from Celle Ligure in Liguria. Many don't know that he was an Italian cardinal and Franciscan friar who built the Sistine Chapel, established the Spanish Inquisition, and was involved in the Pazzi conspiracy to assassinate Lorenzo de' Medici. Innocent VIII. His pontificate was from August 29th, 1484 to July 25th, 1492. He was born in Genova in Liguria. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian cardinal who openly acknowledged his illegitimate children, issued the papal bull Summis Desiderantes Affectibus, endorsing the persecution of witches, and received exotic gifts, including a giraffe from the Sultan of Egypt. Alexander VI. He guided the church from August 11th, 1492, until August 18th, 1503. Alexander VI originated from Zadova in Valencia in Aragon. Few people know that he was a Spanish cardinal born Rodrigo Borgia, who became one of the most notorious popes in history, fathered several children including Cesare and Lucrezia Borgia, and was accused of murder, simony, and incest. Pius III. The faithful were under his leadership from September 22nd, 1503 to October 18th, 1503. He was born in Siena in Tuscany. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who was the nephew of Pius II and who served for only 26 days, dying possibly from poisoning ordered by Cesare Borgia. Julius II. His tenure as pope lasted from October 31st, 1503 to February 21st, 1513. Julius II was from Albisola Marina in Liguria. Church historians note that he was an Italian cardinal known as the Warrior Pope, who personally led military campaigns, commissioned Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and laid the cornerstone for the new St. Peter's Basilica. Leo X. He served as pontiff from March 9th, 1513 to December 1st, 1521. He was born in Fiernes in Tuscany. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal from the Medici family who was made a cardinal at age 13, famously said, "God has given us the papacy. Let us enjoy it," and excommunicated Martin Luther, contributing to the Protestant Reformation. Adrian VI. His papal reign extended from January 9th, 1522 to September 14th, 1523. Adrian VI was from Utrecht, in the Holy Roman Empire. What makes him noteworthy is that he was a Dutch cardinal who was the last non-Italian pope until John Paul II in 1978, and who attempted to reform the church and combat Lutheranism. Clement VII. He was elected on November 19th, 1523, and served until September 25th, 1534. Clement VII was from Fiernes in Tuscany. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal from the Medici family who refused to annul Henry VIII's marriage to Catherine of Aragon, leading to England's break with Rome and the English Reformation. Paul III. His time as pope spanned from October 13th, 1534 to November 10th, 1549. Paul III was from Canino in Latium. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal from the Farnese family who convened the Council of Trent, established the Roman Inquisition, and approved the Society of Jesus founded by Saint Ignatius of Loyola. Julius III. The Church was under his guidance from February 7th, 1550, until March 23rd, 1555. He was born in Monte San Savino in Tuscany. Records show that he was an Italian cardinal who reconvened the Council of Trent, established the Collegium Germanicum to train German priests, and was known for his love of music and luxury. Marcellus II. His pontificate began on April 9th, 1555, and concluded on May 1st, 1555. Marcellus II was from Montepulciano in Tuscany. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian cardinal who served for only 22 days and died from exhaustion due to the ceremonies of Holy Week, inspiring Palestrina to compose the famous Missa Papae Marcelli. Paul IV. He held the papal office from May 23rd, 1555 to August 18th, 1559. He originated from Capriglia Irpina in Campania. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian cardinal who established the Roman ghetto, published the first index of forbidden books, and was known for his harsh counter-Reformation policies and anti-Spanish sentiment. Pius IV. His leadership of the faithful lasted from December 25th, 1559, until December 9th, 1565. He was born in Milano, in Lombardy. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian cardinal from the Medici family who successfully concluded the Council of Trent, issued the Tridentine Catechism, and was the uncle of St. Charles Borromeo. St. Pius V. He was in charge from January 7th, 1566, to May 1st, 1572. St. Pius V was from Bosco Marengo in Piedmont. Many don't know that he was an Italian cardinal and Dominican friar who implemented the reforms of the Council of Trent, standardized the Roman Missal, excommunicated Queen Elizabeth I of England, and was canonized for his piety and reform efforts. Gregory XIII. His pontificate was from May 13th, 1572 to April 10th, 1585. He was born in Bologna in Emilia-Romagna. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian cardinal who reformed the calendar, creating the Gregorian calendar still used today, founded numerous seminaries and colleges, and celebrated the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre in France. Sixtus V. He guided the Church from April 24th, 1585, until August 27th, 1590. Sixtus V originated from Grottamer in the March. Few people know that he was an Italian cardinal and Franciscan friar who reorganized the papal administration, completed the dome of St. Peter's Basilica, erected 4 Egyptian obelisks in Rome, and limited the College of Cardinals to 70 members. Urban VII. The faithful were under his leadership from September 15, 1590, to September 27, 1590. He was born in Roma in Latium. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who served for only 13 days, making him one of the shortest reigning popes in history, and who died possibly from malaria during the unhealthy Roman summer. St. Gregory XIV. His pontificate was from December 5, 1590 to October 16, 1591. He was born in Somma Lombardo in Lombardy in Italia. Church historians note that he was an Italian cardinal who supported the Catholic League in France and established strict laws against gambling and blasphemy in Rome. Saint Innocent IX. He guided the Church from October 29, 1591 to December 30, 1591. Saint Innocent IX originated from Bologna in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Few people know that he was an Italian cardinal who served for only 2 months and focused on alleviating poverty in Rome during his brief papacy. Saint Clement VIII. The faithful were under his leadership from January 30, 1592, until March 3, 1605. He was born in Fano, in the March in Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who revised the Vulgate Bible, negotiated peace between France and Spain, and presided over the trial of Giordano Bruno, who was burned at the stake for heresy. Saint Leo XI. His tenure as pope lasted from April 1, 1605, to April 27, 1605. Saint Leo XI was from Fiernes in Tuscany in Italia. Many don't know that he was a grandnephew of Pope Leo X and served for only 27 days, earning him the nickname Papa Lampo, or Lightning Pope. Saint Paul V. He served as pontiff from May 16, 1605 to January 28, 1621. Saint Paul V was from Roma in Italia. Scholars believe that he was a Roman cardinal from the Borghese family who clashed with Venice over ecclesiastical jurisdiction and commissioned the completion of St. Peter's Basilica's facade. St. Gregory XV. His papal reign extended from February 9, 1621 to July 8, 1623. St. Gregory XV was from Bologna in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he founded the Congregation for the Propagation of the Faith to oversee global missions and formalized papal election procedures with the bull Aeterni Patris Filius. Urban VIII. He was elected on August 6, 1623, and served until July 29, 1644. Urban VIII was from Fiernes in Tuscany in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal from the Barberini family who patronized artists like Bernini, condemned Galileo Galilei, and fortified Castel Sant'Angelo during the Wars of Castro. Innocent X. His time as pope spanned from September 15, 1644 to January 7th, 1655. Innocent X was from Roma in Italia. Historians tell us that he was a Roman cardinal from the Pamphili family who opposed Jansenism and commissioned the construction of Piazza Navona's famous fountain of the Four Rivers by Bernini. Alexander VII. The church was under his guidance from April 7th, 1655 to May 22nd, 1667. He was born in Siena in Tuscany in Italia. Records show that he was an Italian cardinal who expanded Bernini's architectural projects in Rome, including the colonnade of St. Peter's Square, and clashed with French King Louis XIV over diplomatic immunity. St. Clement IX. His pontificate began on June 20th, 1667, and concluded on December 9th, 1669. St. Clement IX was from Pistoia in Tuscany in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian cardinal known for his humility and charity, mediated peace between France and Spain, and promoted devotional art such as the Via Crucis stations. St. Clement X. He held the papal office from April 29th, 1670 to July 22nd, 1676. He originated from Roma in Italia. Church tradition holds that he was a Roman cardinal elected at age 79, who canonized saints, including Rose of Lima, and expanded public celebrations for the Jubilee year of 1675. Blessed Innocent XI. His leadership of the faithful lasted from September 21st, 1676, until August 12th, 1689. He was born in Como in Lombardy in Italia. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian cardinal who reformed church finances, opposed Louis XIV's absolutism, and funded the defense of Vienna against the Ottoman siege in 1683. Alexander VIII. He was in charge from October 6th, 1689 to February 1st, 1691. Alexander VIII was from Venezia in Veneto in Italia. Many don't know that he was an elderly Venetian cardinal who revoked nepotism laws to favor his family and purchased rare manuscripts for the Vatican Library from Queen Christina of Sweden. Innocent XII. His pontificate was from July 12th, 1691 to September 27th, 1700. He was born in Spinazzola in southern Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was an Italian cardinal who enacted strict anti-nepotism laws, established workhouses for the poor, and was the last pope to sport a beard. Clement XI. He guided the church from November 23rd, 1700, until March 19th, 1721. Clement XI originated from Urbino in the March in Italia. Few people know that he was an Italian cardinal of Albanian descent who condemned Jansenism, mediated in the War of the Spanish Succession, and commissioned the famous Bambino statue of the infant Jesus in Rome. Innocent XIII. The faithful were under his leadership from May 8th, 1721 to March 7th, 1724. He was born in Poli in Latium in Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who banned opera performances in Rome and maintained tense relations with the Jesuit order over their missions in China. Benedict XIII. His tenure as pope lasted from May 29, 1724, to February 21, 1730. Benedict XIII was from Gravina in Puglia in Italia. Church historians note that he was an Italian cardinal and Dominican friar who focused on pastoral reforms, rebuilt churches, and unwittingly allowed corrupt advisors to control his administration. Clement XII. He served as pontiff from July 12, 1730, to February 6, 1740. Clement XII was from Fiernes in Tuscany in Italia. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who commissioned the Trevi Fountain, founded the Capitoline Museums, and became completely blind by the end of his pontificate. Benedict XIV. His papal reign extended from August 17, 1740, to May 3, 1758. Benedict XIV was from Bologna in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian cardinal and scholar who reformed canonization procedures, promoted education, and corresponded with Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire. Clement XIII. He was elected on July 6, 1758, and served until February 2, 1769. Clement XIII was from Venezia in Veneto in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal who defended the Jesuit order against European monarchs and commissioned the iconic Apotheoses of St. Ignatius fresco in Rome. Clement XIV. His time as pope spanned from May 19, 1769, to September 22, 1774. Clement XIV was from Sant'Arcangelo di Romagna in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal who suppressed the Jesuit order under pressure from Catholic monarchs and died amid rumors of poisoning by Jesuit sympathizers. Pius VI. The Church was under his guidance from February 15, 1775, until August 29, 1799. He was born in Cesena in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Records show that he was an Italian cardinal who opposed the French Revolution, was imprisoned by Napoleon Bonaparte, and died in exile in Valence, France. Pius VII. His pontificate began on March 14, 1800, and concluded on August 20, 1823. Pius VII was from Cesena in Emilia-Romagna in Italia. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was an Italian cardinal and Benedictine monk who signed the Concordat of 1800 and won with Napoleon, later crowning him emperor, but resisted Napoleon's demands until the emperor's downfall. Leo XII. He held the papal office from September 28, 1823 to February 10, 1829. He originated from Genga in the March in Italia. Church tradition holds that he was an Italian cardinal who enforced strict moral codes in Rome, banned carnival celebrations, and supported missionary efforts in Africa and Asia. Pius VIII. His leadership of the faithful lasted from March 31, 1829, until November 30, 1830. He was born in Singali, in the March in Italia. What makes him remarkable is that he was an Italian cardinal who eased restrictions on Jewish communities and faced early challenges from revolutions across Europe. Gregory the 16th. He was in charge from February 2nd, 1831 to June 1st, 1846. Gregory the 16th was from Belluno in Veneto in Italia. Many don't know that he was an Italian cardinal and Camaldolese monk who opposed democracy and modernization, condemned the slave trade, and founded the Etruscan and Egyptian museums in the Vatican. Blessed Pius IX. His pontificate was from June 16th, 1846 to February 7th, 1878. He was born in Senigallia in the March in Italia. Historical documents indicate that he was the longest reigning elected pope who proclaimed the dogma of the Immaculate Conception, lost the Papal States to Italian unification, and convened the First Vatican Council, which declared papal infallibility. Leo XIII. He guided the Church from February 20th, 1878 to July 20th, 1900. And 3. Leo XIII was from Carpinto Romano in Latium in Italia. Few people know that he was an Italian cardinal who wrote the groundbreaking social encyclical Rerum Novarum, promoted the Rosary, and was the first pope to be recorded on film. Saint Pius X. The faithful were under his leadership from August 4th, 1903 to August 20th, 1914. He was born in Ries in Veneto in Italia. His remarkable story includes being an Italian cardinal who reformed church liturgy, opposed modernism in theology, and was canonized for his simplicity and dedication to pastoral care. Benedict XV. His tenure as pope lasted from September 3rd, 1914 to January 22nd, 1922. Benedict XV was from Genova in Liguria in Italia. Church historians note that he was an Italian cardinal who tirelessly advocated for peace during World War I, earning the nickname the Pope of Peace, and established relief efforts for war victims. Pius XI. He served as pontiff from February 6th, 1922 to February 10th, 1939. Pius XI was from Desio in Lombardy in Italia. Scholars believe that he was an Italian cardinal who signed the Lateran Treaty with Italy, creating Vatican City, condemned fascism and communism, and promoted missionary work and biblical scholarship. Pius XII. His papal reign extended from March 2nd, 1939 to October 9th, 1958. Pius XII was from Roma in Italia. What makes him noteworthy is that he was an Italian cardinal who led the Church through World War II, faced controversy over his response to the Holocaust, and defined the dogma of the Assumption of Mary. St. John the 23rd. He was elected on October 28th, 1958, and served until June 3rd, 1963. St. John the 23rd was from Sotto il Monte in Lombardy in Italia. Ancient sources record that he was an Italian cardinal known as the Good Pope, who convened the Second Vatican Council to modernize the Church, and wrote the encyclical Pacem in Terris. St. Paul VI. His time as Pope spanned from June 21st, 1963 to August 6th, 1978. St. Paul VI was from Concesio in Lombardy in Italia. Historians tell us that he was an Italian cardinal who concluded the Second Vatican Council, implemented its reforms, and became the first pope to travel globally, visiting 6 continents. John Paul I. The Church was under his guidance from August 26, 1978 to September 28, 1978. He was born in Canale de Gordo in Veneto, in Italia. Records show that he was an Italian cardinal whose 33-day pontificate earned him the nickname, the Smiling Pope, and whose sudden death sparked conspiracy theories. St. John Paul II. His pontificate began on October 16, 1978, and concluded on April 2, 2005. St. John Paul II was from Wadowis in Poland. Ancient chronicles reveal that he was the first non-Italian pope in 455 years, survived an assassination attempt, canonized more saints than all predecessors combined, and played a key role in ending communism in Europe. Benedict XVI. He held the papal office from April 19, 2005 to February 28, 2013. He originated from Marktal in Bavaria in Germany. Church tradition holds that he was a German cardinal and theologian who resigned due to advanced age, the first pope to do so in 600 years, and emphasized continuity with tradition amid modern challenges. Pope Francis. His pontificate began on March 13, 2013, and continues to the present day. Francis was born in Buenos Aires, in Argentina. Many don't know that he is the first Jesuit pope, the first from the Americas, and the first non-European pope in over 1,200 years. Known for his emphasis on humility, environmental advocacy through the encyclical Laudato Si, and outreach to marginalized communities with the phrase, "Who am I to judge?" Leo XIV. He was elected on May 8, 2025, and serves as the current pontiff. Leo XIV originated from Chicago in Illinois, in the United States of America. Church historians note that he is the first United States-born pope, a former Augustinian missionary in Peru who holds dual citizenship and has prioritized global peacebuilding, synodal church reforms, and interfaith dialogue while continuing the legacy of his predecessor.